Ready to upgrade your car stereo? You're probably looking at the Kenwood DDX376BT. It's a 6.2-inch multimedia receiver with Bluetooth, and it has a stellar 4.7-star rating on Amazon. That seems perfect, but here's what surprised me. After installing it and testing every feature, I found some critical problems no one is talking about. Therefore, before you spend your money, you need to see this honest review. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with the obvious appeal. This unit looks modern. It's a 6.2-inch screen that fits a doubled-in slot, and the installation is pretty standard. The menu interface isn't the flashiest, but it's functional. It promises a lot: DVD playback, Bluetooth for calls and music, a rear camera input, steering wheel control compatibility, and even a 13-band equalizer. On paper, it's a feature-packed champion for the price. But I have to ask, does that high Amazon rating paint the full picture? Therefore, let's dive into the first major category, the screen and user experience. This is where the problems begin. They call it a clear, resistive screen. That's a fancy way of saying it's not a capacitive touchscreen like your phone. You need to press it, not just glide your finger. In a moving car, that can be frustrating. Trying to hit a tiny button on the map or dial a number becomes a game of poking the screen like you're trying to wake it up. The viewing angles are okay, but in bright sunlight it can wash out. It gets the job done, but it feels like technology from a decade ago. It's like your car's interior went to 2023, but the touchscreen is still sending faxes. Therefore, you might think, okay, I can live with an older screen if the core features are solid. Let's talk about the headline act: Bluetooth. This unit boasts dual phone connection and wireless music browsing. Connecting one phone is usually straightforward. The sound quality for music is decent, no major complaints there. But here's a massive headache. The dual connection feature is more of a ghost feature. It's supposed to let two phones be paired, so if your passenger wants to play DJ, they can. In reality, it's glitchy. The unit often gets confused about which phone is the primary for calls. I've had it ring through the speakers from a phone that wasn't even being used for audio. And the wireless music browsing. That promise means you can see song titles on the screen from your phone's music app. However, it only works reliably with certain phones and specific apps. With an iPhone, it's a coin toss. Sometimes it shows the info, sometimes it just says no data. It's less wireless browsing and more wireless hoping. Therefore, moving on to the audio controls. The 13-band EQ with DSP and Drive EQ sounds incredible for tuning your sound. And it is. If you're an audio enthusiast, you can really dial in the sound to your car's acoustics. This is a genuine pro. The options are deep, and this is a big but, the preset options are confusing. The Drive EQ is supposed to automatically adjust sound based on driving noise. In practice, it makes the audio sound thin and tinny at highway speeds. I turned it off immediately. It's like it tries to be smart but ends up overthinking the assignment. You'll get better results by manually setting the EQ once and leaving it. So, a powerful tool but with one poorly implemented automatic feature. Now, what about the rear camera input? This is a critical safety feature. The unit supports a backup camera and even adds those moving parking guidelines. That's fantastic. Installation is a simple wire connection. However, there's a catch that could be a deal breaker: the video delay. When you shift into reverse, there's a noticeable 1 to 2 second delay before the camera feed appears on screen. In those seconds, you could have already hit something. The guidelines are helpful, but that lag is a serious safety concern. It's like having a guardian angel who shows up with the warning just after you've already stepped off the curb. Let's talk about the physical inputs. It has a rear USB port, which Kenwood says is for rapid charge. This is great for hiding a cable. But don't get too excited. The rapid charge is not like your phone's fast charger. It's a standard 5V 1.5A port at best. It will charge your phone, but slowly. Think of it as a gentle trickle of power, not a rapid river. Also, the single video output is fine for adding a second screen for passengers, but how many people actually do that? It feels like a checkbox feature. Therefore, after all these quirks, what about reliability? This is where those top Amazon reviews are crucial. Scrolling through them, the 5-star reviews praise the sound quality and feature set for the price. They're not wrong, but the critical 1 and 2-star reviews reveal a pattern. Several report units failing after a few months, screens going blank, Bluetooth completely stopping, or the unit not powering on. Some mention the frustrating microphone quality for calls, with people on the other end saying they sound distant. That's not a universal experience, but it's a recurring theme in the negative feedback. So the 4.7-star rating might be hiding a potential durability lottery. It's the electronic equivalent of a check engine light that could come on at any time. Okay, deep breath. Let's address the elephant in the car. The price. For what it offers on paper, the Kenwood DDX376BT seems competitively priced against other brand name units. You're getting the Kenwood name, which has a good reputation. But is it the right choice for you? Therefore, here's my final resolution. This unit is a paradox. It has high-end audio tuning capabilities married to a low-end touchscreen and some buggy software features. If your primary needs are better sound and you are willing to manually tune the EQ and mostly use one phone via Bluetooth, you might be satisfied. You'll just have to press the screen firmly and live with the camera delay. However, if you value a smooth, modern user experience, reliable Bluetooth for multiple devices, and instant camera response, this is not the unit for you. The problems outweigh the perks. There are other receivers in a similar price range with capacitive screens and more stable software. The Kenwood DDX376BT isn't a terrible product, but it's a compromised one. It's like a chef who makes an amazing main course but serves it on a dirty plate. The core is good, but the experience is flawed. So, should you buy the Kenwood DDX376BT? My honest verdict: probably not. The screen technology is outdated, the Bluetooth features are half-baked, and the camera delay is a genuine issue. That high Amazon rating can be misleading because it averages out the fantastic audio praise with the frustrating operational flaws. Your money can likely be better spent elsewhere on a more consistent product. Therefore, if you want to see the current best price and explore alternatives that might serve you better, click the link in the description below. I've compiled a list of reliable options that won't leave you poking a stubborn screen in frustration. Thanks for watching, and remember, always look beyond the star rating.